we're making a sound for It's all good.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our wedding draws near, for happy days brings in another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
I wooed thee with my sword, I won thy love, doing the injuries. But Hippolyta, I lead thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revealing.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus, what's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I with complaints against my daughter, my child Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord, this the man who hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious Duke, this the man who hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes, and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung a feigning voice versus a feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gods, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, messengers of strong prevailment and unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filled my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And be it so she not here before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius, I beg the ancient law of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her. It shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia, be advised for me? For you, your father should be as God, for he has all the power and you have none. For here now I know not what your problem here is. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
And himself he is, but in this kind wanting the word here.
I would my father look, but with my eyes.
Rather your eyes must be a judgment look.
But I beseech your grace, I know the worst may befall me in this case if I refuse with Demetrius.
Take time to pause, and by the next 4 days, me and my sweet Hippolyta be married. But being full of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. Oh, but come my Hippolyta, what cheer my love.
Relent.
We're also with Demetrius as you
Relent, sweet Hermia and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain might.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia. Why not marry him?
Scornful Lysander! True, he hath my love, and what is mine my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am my lord, as well derived as he is. Well possesses, my love is more than his, my fortunes ever way fairly ranked. If not with vantage to Demetrius, and which is more than all these boasts can be. I am beloved of this Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll swear to his head. Made love to Negar's daughter Helena, and she, sweet lady, dotes, doubtfully dotes upon this spotted and fickle man.
I must confess I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, my mind did lose it. But come Demetrius and come Aegeus, I have some private schooling for you both. For you, Hermia, look on yourself, to fit your father's fancies as your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would. Come Aegeus and come Demetrius, what cheer my, and come Hippolyta, what cheer my love.
With duty and desire we follow you.
Fade so fast.
See like want to rain, which echo well between them from the tempest of my eyes.
The course of true love never did run smoother. A good persuasion, hear me, Hermia. I have a widowed aunt and dowager, and she has no child. Of great revenue. From her house, remote 7 leagues, is Athens, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee without the sharp pearl of Athens law.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus' doves, which knitted souls and prosperous lovers, by the fire which burned the Carthage queen, some false Troyan under sail was seen, by all vows ever men broke, and never more than ever woman spoke. The same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly I will meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena, whither away?
Call you me fair, that fair again, and say, Demetrius loves your fair, oh happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear, sickness is catching, oh, we're favor so. Yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye, your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty without fault were mine.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will escape this place.
Helena, to you our minds will unfold. Tomorrow night when darkness comes through Athens' gates, we have devised to run away.
And in the wood where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds where we wont to lie, empty our bosoms of the count so sweet, there Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, play thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Come, Lysander, we must stop our sight from lovers' food tomorrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia, Helena adieu. As you love him, may Demetrius dote on you.
How happy does Hermia seem to be, through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that, Demetrius thinks not so, he will not know all that he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I admiring of his qualities. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes for your unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. Before Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyes, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. But when this halesome heat from Hermia felt, he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell them of fair Hermia's flight, then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her, and I will go also pursuing him. I will betray my friend Hermia because I have no choice. My love for Demetrius is so strong it makes me weak. Then to the wood my true love and I will seek.
Lysander will not be the only ones in the woods that night. A troupe of actors has gathered in town preparing a play to be performed at the Duke's wedding. In this scene, the lead actor is assigning parts to the other actors. They agree to meet in the woods later to rehearse.
Is all our company here?
You are best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll of every man's name, which thought fit throughout Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quint, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary plays the most lambent comedy and most cruel death of Primus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a marriage. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you, Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready, name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus, a lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself, most gallant for love.
That will last some tears and true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to the eyes. I will move storms, I will condole in some measures. To the rest, yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I can play Urkel's rarely, or a part to tear a cat into make all split. The raging rocks, the shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates and fill this car shall shine from far and make them mar the foolish fates. Now this was lofty. Now name the rest of the players. This is Urkel's vein, a tyrant's vein, a lover's more condoling.
Fancy's flute, you the bellows mender. Here, Peter Quince. Flute, you must take Thisbe on you. What is Thisbe, a wandering knight? This is the lady that Pyramus must love. Nay, faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beauty coming. That's all in one. You must play it in a match, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous low voice. Thisbe, oh Pyramus dear, oh Thisbe dear, and Lady dear.
No, you must play Pyramus, and flute you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling?
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout the Tinker?
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father, myself Thisbe's father, Snug, you the joiner, the lion's part, I hope here's a play fitted. You may do it in exiport, for it's nothing but roaring.
Let me play the line too. I'll roar, lad, I will. I'll roar to any man's heart good enough to hear me. I'll roar, that'll make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
And you should do it terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies, and they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
Out of doubt, he is transported. That would hang us every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, if you should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will upgrade my voice, so I will roar you as gently as a sucking dove. I will roar you an incarnate nightingale.
No, you must play no part but Primus, for Primus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Primus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in?
Why, what you will?
I'll discharge in either your straw-colored beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple and green beard.
Masters, here are your parts. Masters, here are your parts, and entreat your request. You desire to know them by tomorrow night, and we will meet in the palace wood by a mile out of the town by moonlight. There will be a rehearsal.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obstinately and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
Enough. Hold or cut the bowstrings.
Woods to which the lovers and the actors are headed was the kingdom of fairies. Their king and queen, however, are in the midst of a quarrel. Oberon, the fairy king, wants a little Indian boy whom the fairy queen Titania is raising as her own page. She will not give him over, and so Oberon and Titania, with their respective fairy followers, are not on good terms. Oberon sends his mischievous fairy named Puck to find a magical flower whose juice he will drop into Titania's eyes while she sleeps. Its effect will be that she will fall madly in love with the first living thing she sees when she wakes up. His plan is to withhold the antidote herb until she agrees to give him the little page boy. While Puck is gone, Oberon overhears Helena pleading with Demetrius to love her and forget Hermia. He feels sorry for Helena and her unrequited love, so when Puck returns, the king takes some of the flower's juice to put in Titania's eyes, but he also sends Puck to put some in Demetrius' eyes, so when he awakens, he will seek Helena and love her. Puck has never seen Demetrius, so the king Oberon tells him he will recognize the man by the Athenian style of clothing he is wearing.
How now, spirits, with a one to you.
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon spear, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight. But Oberon is passing fell in wrath, because that she is her attendant had. A lovely boy stolen from an Indian king, she never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forced wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers and makes him all of a joy. But now they never meet in Grover Green, fountain clear, spangled starlight sheen. But they do swear that all the elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and make it fight, or else you are that shrewd and nervous sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are you not he that fights the maidens of the villagers? Those that hobble and call you and sweet Puck, you do their work and they have good luck. Are you not he?
Thou speaks aright. I am that merry wonder of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I have fat and being fed horse beguiled, neighed in likeness of a filly foal, and sometimes like I in a gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab, and when she drinks against her lips I bob. In honor with her do that poorly ell, the wisest aren't telling the saddest tale. But sometimes for 3-foot stool mistaketh me, then slip I from her bum down top what she, and the tailor cries and falls into a cough, and while the whole choir holds their hips and laugh, and waxens the mirth and knees and swear, a merrier hour was never wasted there. But room, fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress would that you are gone.
I'll met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What jealous Oberon? Fairy skip hence, I've forsworn your bedding company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady, but I know, when thou hast stolen away from fairyland. Have you come to see your sweetheart Hippolyta wedded to Theseus? And come to give their bed joy and prosperity?
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta? Knowing I know thy love to Theseus, didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night from Periginia whom he ravished, and make him with fair Ageles break his faith with Antopia and Anesia?
Why must we always be fighting?
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairy land buys not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order, and for her sake I will rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day, if you will patiently dance in our round, and see the moonlight revels go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Well, go thy way, thou shalt not from this grove, till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle pup, come hither. Thou remembrance, since once I sat upon a promontory, and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew silver at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their fear to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid with his bow shot shaft. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower before, milk white, now purple as love's bloom. And maidens called it love and idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids lay. Will make or man or woman fall madly in love with the next living creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou quickly again.
I'll put a grid around about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she's asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing she waking looks upon, be it on bear, lion, or wolf, on bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall persuade with the soul of love, and before I release her from this potion's power, I'll make her ready up the boy to me. But who comes here? I'm invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldest me they were stolen into this wood. And here I am wood within this wood. Because I cannot meet, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence get thee go and follow me no more.
And you draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. You pull me towards you because I love you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not, in plainest truth, tell you, I cannot, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that, do I love you the more, and I'm your spaniel, and Demetrius. The more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave. Unworthy as I am to follow you, what worse place can I beg in your love? And yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog.
You cast too much doubt upon your modesty. To leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of the one that loves you not. To trust the opportunity of night in the ill counsel of a desert place will bring shame upon your name.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore, I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack words of any company. For you in my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone, when all the world is here to look upon me?
Tempt not the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look upon thee. I'll run from thee and hide thee in the marsh. Hide me in the marsh. And leave thee to the mercy of the wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such heart as you. Run when you will, yet I will follow you.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go, or if thou follow me, do not believe, but I will. I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I in the temple, in the town, the field, you do mischief. Fie, Demetrius. I'll follow thee well, nymph before Demetrius leaves the grove. Thou shalt flee from him, and thou shalt seek thy love. Say thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
Demetrius.
I charge thee, hence not haunt me thus.
Oh, will thou dark leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. Alone I will go.
While I'm out of breath in this fond chase, the more my prayer, the less is my grace. Happy is Hermia, whereso she lies, for she blessed with attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright, not with salt tears? If so, my eyes are often washed than hers. No, I'm as ugly as a bear, for beasts that me run away for fear. Therefore, no marvel, thought Demetrius. Do as a monster fly my presence. This, what wicked and dissembling glass of mine, may but compare with Hermia's fiery eyes. But who is here, Lysander on the ground, dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound.
Hast thou the flower there, whose juice produces love? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it to me. I know a bank where the old time blows. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, and with the juice of this I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth, anoint in his eyes. But do it when the next thing that he sees may be that same lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he has on. Affect it with some care that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me before the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
It's still in another part of the wood. Oberon and Puck begin to carry out their plan to unite Demetrius and Helena and to put Titania in a ridiculous position. Oberon is successful in anointing Titania's eyes with the flower juice, but Puck mistakenly puts the juice on Lysander's eyes. When Lysander awakens, he sees Helena first, and so abandons Hermia.
Oh, glamours, on that nightly hoots and wonders. At our quaint spirit, take yourself away that I may rest.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love's take. Love and language. Love and language for his sake. Be it lynx or cat or bear, lion or boar, and bristled hair. In thy eye that shall appear when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some wild thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering into wood, and to speak truth, I forgot our way. We'll rest us here, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of day.
Be it so, Lysander, find you out of bed, for upon this bank will I rest my head.
One turf shall serve us as a pillow for both of us. One blossom, 2 beds, and 1 truth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off, do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense sweet of my innocence. Love takes the meaning of love conference. I mean by that my heart is unto yours is knit, so that we can make but one heart of it. 2 blossoms interchained with an oath. So then 2 blossoms and a singular truth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny. I do not lie, for lying so Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily, but now I must be true, my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off than human modesty. Such separation, as may well be said, to become a victorious bachelor and a maid. So far be this day, and good night, my sweet friend, and thy love near till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen to that fair prayer, say I, and then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed, hope thee give me rest.
With half the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest I have gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve. Where's the juice? On whose eyes I might approve, the stars forth are in love. Night and silence, who is here? Garment of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, that despised the Athenian maid. And here the maiden sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul she dares not lie, near the man she loves, this hateful man. Upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe me. All the power this charm doth owe me.
Stay thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
Oh, why rebuke you him? That love you so, they rest so bitter on your bitter foe.
Oh, wilt thou dark leave me? Do not so.
So should the murdered. Look as bright as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering spear.
Oh, I'm out of breath. Oh, I'm out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the less is my grace. Happy is Hermia, whereso she lies. For she hath blessed with attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright, and almost all tears? If so, my eyes are often worse than hers. No, I'm as ugly as a bear. For beasts that me run away for fear. Therefore, no marvel, thought Demetrius, do as a monster fly in my present this of wicked and dissembling glass of mine. Made me compare with Hermia's fiery eyes. But who is here? Lysander on the ground, dead or asleep. I see no blood, no wound. If you good man awake.
And run through fire, I will for thee, sweet sake. Transparent Hella, nature shows art, that through the blossom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius, oh fit a word? That is that vile name to perish on my sword?
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What thou he loved your Hermia, Lord, what thou yet Hermia still loves you, then be constant.
Content with Hermia, no, I do repent. The tedious minute I have with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love, who will not change a raven for a dove. And reasons say you are a worthier maid. Things growing are not ripe until their season. So I, being young, till now ripe not to the season, and touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will, and leads to your eye where I'll o'erlook love stories written in the love's richest book.
Wherefore I was to this king mocking born, when at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I did never nor ever can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eyes? But you miss flout in my insufficiency. Good troth you do me wrong. Good soothe you do in such disdainful manner to me to woo. But fair you perforce, I must confess, I value Lord of more gentleness. Oh, that lady one of one man refuse, should another therefore be abused?
She sees not Hermia, Hermia sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come, Lysander near I, for a serpent of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. And all my powers address your love and might, to honor Helena and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander, help me. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Hide me for pity, what a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Me thou think the serpent eat my heart away, while you sat smiling at its cruel prey. Lysander, what remove? Lysander, Lord, what out of hearing gone? No sound, no word. Alack, why are you speaking? If you hear, speak of all lovers, this would almost with fear. No, then I'll perceive you are not dying. Either death or I'll find you immediately.
Okay, Act 3, Scene 1. Puck listens as the bumbling movie actors work out perceived difficulties in their script. When Nick Bottom exits the scene, Puck takes the opportunity to pop a donkey's head onto his shoulders. Nick Bottom is oblivious to the change in his appearance and thinks his fellow actors are teasing. They all flee in fear. Titania, the fairy queen, is sleeping nearby. The commotion wakes her, and the first living creature she sees is Nick Bottom with a donkey's head. Because of the magical flower juice, she immediately professes her love and calls on her fairy followers to make Nick comfortable.
Okay. Are we all met? Pet Pat, and here's a marvelous, convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, and this hawthorn brake our tiring house. And we should do it in action as we do it before the Duke and the Duchess.
Peter Quince,
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
there are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword and kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
That's a perilous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a way. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver.
Well, we shall have it a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, let it be written in 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afraid of the lion?
Nay, you must.
I fear it, I promise you.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen. Masters, you ought to consider yourselves. A lion among the ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is nothing more fearful than your wild fowl living. You've got to look to it.
Therefore another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through, saying this or to the same defect, ladies or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am man as other men are. And there indeed, let him name his name and tell them plainly, he is none the joiner.
Well, it shall be so, but there is 2 hard things. That is to bring moonlight into a chamber, for you know Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
A calendar, look in that almanac. Find out moonshine.
Both the moon shine that the night we play our play.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why then you may leave a ceasement of the green chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Or else one must come with a bush of thorns and a lantern, and say he comes to disfigure or present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing, we must have a wall, in the great chamber, for Primus and Thisbe says in the story, did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster or some loom or some rough cast about him to signify wall. And let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Primus, you being, when you have spoken your speech, enter into the break, so everyone according to his cue.
What infant homespuns have we spattering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. What a play to word or be an auditor? An act or 2 perhaps if I see cause.
Speak, Primus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odors savor sweet.
Odors.
Odors savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest sister, dear. But hark a voice, stay here a while, and by I will to thee appear. A stranger Pyramus can have idea.
Mary, must you, for 2 must understand, he does but see a noise that he heard, and it is to come again. Must I speak now? Most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white of hue, of color like a red rose on a triumphant briar, most brisky, juvenile, and eke most lovely Jew, as truest horse thee I would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb. Ninny's tomb, man, why must you not speak? That yet you answer to Primus, and you speak all your part and cues at once, and all Primus enter. Your cue is past, never tire. As truest horse thee I would never tire.
If I were fair as Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh monstrous, oh strange, we are haunted. Pray, masters, fly, masters, help.
Why do they run away? It is knavery of them to make thee afraid.
Bless thee, bottom, bless thee, thou art translated.
I'll follow you, I'll lead you bounce around, through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. I'll be sometimes a horse, I'll be sometimes a hound. A hog ahead despair, sometimes a fire. And I'll neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
O bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, bottom, bless thee, thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. I will walk up and down here, and I will make a great noise, that they shall see I am not afraid.
What angel wakes me from this flowery bed? I pray thee, gentle mortal, speak again.
Methinks, mistress, you should have a little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbors will not make them friends. Nay, I can just upon occasion.
Thou art wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither, but if I had wit to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood shall not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state. And I do love thee, therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch jewels from the deep, and sing while on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy grossness, that thou shalt like an air spirit go. Peace blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed.
Betty.
And I. And I.
I cry your worship's mercy, heartily I beseech your worship's name.
What's your question for them?
Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Open his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots, dewberries, purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries.
I cry your worship's mercy, heartily I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire your more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name on this gentleman? Peace Blossom. I pray you, command me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and Master Peascod, your father. Your name, I beseech you, sir?
Mustard seed.
I desire your more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come wait upon and lead him to my bower. The moon methinks look with a watery eye, and when she weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue, bring him silently.
Okay, we are. Puck returns to Oberon to report on Titania's fate, loving the actor with the donkey's head. They both think it is a fitting joke, but presently they discover Puck's mistake of putting the flower juice on Lysander's eyes. To set things right again, they watch until Demetrius sleeps, and then Oberon puts some of the juice on his eyes, and Puck quickly fetches Helena, so Demetrius will see her once he awakes. The scheme works, but now both young men are indifferent to Hermia and in love with Helena, who thinks that they are all mocking her. Eventually, the two men challenge each other to a duel to prove which of them loves Helena most. Puck is enjoying their confusion, but Oberon sends him to make sure the two men do not hurt each other. Puck is to overhang the sky with fog, and by mimicking the men's voices to each other, lead them separate directions into the woods until they both grow weary and sleep. Then he can put the antidote herb on Lysander's eyes and he will revert to loving Hermia. In the meantime, Oberon will go to the queen and try once again to gain the little page boy from her before he puts the antidote on her eyes.
I wonder if Titania be awake. Then, what it was the next gleam in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Ah, here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with the monsters in love, near to a close and concentrated bower, while she was in a duel and sleeping hour. A crow of patches brewed mechanicals, that work for bread upon Athenian stalls. We were met together to rehearse a play, intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport. Forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him at disadvantage take. And forth my mimic, asked nor life fixed on his head, to end on this Thisbe must be answered. And forth my mimic comes when they him spy, so at his sight away his fellows fly. And at our stamp here and all one falls, he murder cries and help from Athens calls. The sense this weak, lost with their fears this strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For brides and thoughts at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, for all uterus things catch. I led them in on this distracted fear, and the sweet Pyramus translated there. So in that moment when it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I can devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes, with the love juice as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when she waked, of course she must be I.
Stand close, this is the same Athenian.
Oh, why rebuke you him that you so? They breath so bitter on your good foe.
Now I but chide, but I shall use thee worse, for thou I fear hast given me curse to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being all in shoes and blood and plunged in the deep, hast killed me too. It could not be thou hast murdered him, so should a murder look so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look as bright, as clear, as yonder Venus in her glimmering spear.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? I, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him heed?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog, out, cur, thou drivest me past thy bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth never be numbered among men. Oh, once tell true, even for my sake. Durst thou looked upon him being awake? And hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch, could not a woman I'd do so much? And I'd did it with a doubler tongue, and thine serpent never out of stung.
Spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee tell me, then, that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get there for?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence parted I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Hitherefore, for a while I will remain. Sorrow's heaviness doth grow, for that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and love juice on some true love's sight. About the wood, goes swiftly in the wind, and Helen of Athens, I'll look thou find. All fancy sweet she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here, I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Why should you think thy wounds, God and the Virgin never come in tears? Look, when I vow I weep, and in their nativities all truth appear. Why should you think that these things upon me seem to scorn you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath, and you will nothing weigh. Yeah. Your vows to her and me, when put into scales, will even weigh both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when I swore to her.
Nor none in my way, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her and loves you not.
Demetrius loves her and loves you not.
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph. Oh, perfect divine. So what's my love? Shall I confirm thy mind? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in thy lips. Those kissing cherries, tempting grow, that pure congealed white. Itarius snow, fanned of the eastern wind, turns to a crow, when thou holdest thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this dew of bliss.
Oh spite, oh how I see you are all bent against me, to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me this much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do? But must you join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to vow, to swear, to surprise my parts, when I'm sure you hate me with all your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure up tears in a poor maiden's eyes with your derision. None of the noble sort would offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius, be not so, for you love Hermia. This you knew. No, I know, and here with all good will I yield up my part, and yours of Helena to bequeath, who I do love and will do to my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will not, if e'er I loved her. All thy love is gone, my heart to her. But as guest-wife sojourned, and now to Helen it is my home returned.
Helena,
There
it
to
is not
remain.
so. I said Helena, it is not so.
Despise that not faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abidest. Dear, oh, look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night that I from this function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Wherein a dolphin pair the same sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou not my eye, Lysander found, my ear I thank it brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly durst thou leave me so?
Why would he stay, whom doth press to go?
What could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's loves that would not let him bide. Fair Helena with more gilds the night. Then ale you fiery orbs of light, while thou seekest thou me. Could not mistake thee, no. The hate I bear made me leave thee so.
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Lo, she is one of the confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjured all three. A trim to fashion this false sport, in spite of me, injuries Hermia most ungrateful. also that we two have shared the sisters' vows, the hours we have spent. And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? 'Tis not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Yeah, our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though alone I feel this injury.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious siesta, wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within a soul, and tender me forsooth affection, but by your consent?
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
It's actually Lysander. I understand.
I understand. I forgot that line. I understand not what you mean by this.
If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you will not make me such an argument. But fare ye well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
I say, I love thee more than you can do.
Stay gentle, Hermia, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, I did not scorn her so.
Quick, come. Oh. Oh, I already messed this up. Okay. If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst complete no more than she entreat. Thou treats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helena, I love thee, by my life I do. I swear by which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
Indeed, I love. Profess your love, Demetrius.
Profess my love. I say, I love thee more than he can do.
Not Lysander. Helena.
Oh. I say, I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come!
Lysander, where to tends all this?
Away, you Ethiop!
No, no. He'll but seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow. But you come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat, thou bird, vile thing let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why have you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thou love out tawny tarry out loathed medicine hated hence.
Do you not just?
Yes, sir, then so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would. I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds. I'll not trust your bond. Word.
What, should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll do no harm to her.
What can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me, wherefore, oh me, what news, my love? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I'm fair as I was Earwell. Since night you loved me, since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid. In earnest shall I say?
Ay, my life, and never did steer to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, out of question, out of doubt. Be certain nothing truer, 'tis not jest. I do hate thee, and love Helena.
You owe me, you canker blossom! You thief of love! Whence have you come by night to storm my love's heart from him?
Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet, why so? Ah, that's the way goes the game. Now I perceive she hath made compare between our settlers. She hath urged her height, and her height coercive. She hath prevailed in him. Have you grown so high in esteem because I'm so dwarf? starfish and low. Hello, my, thou painted maypole. Speak, hello, my, I'm not yet so low, but that my nails can reach into thine eyes.
I pray you, gentlemen, though you mock me, ye gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewdness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You may perhaps think that because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower, hark again.
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Evermore did keep your counsels. Did never wronged you, save that in love unto Demetrius. I told him of your stealth unto this wood. He followed you, for love I followed him. But he did chid me hence, and threatened me to strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you will let me quiet go to Athens, I will bear my fully back, and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
What get you gone? Who is this that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
With Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take on her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again, nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her flat me thus? Let me come to her.
Get gone, you dwarf, you minimus, of hindering not grass made, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious. In her behalf that scorns your services, let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part, for if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not follow if thou darest to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow. Nay, I'll go with thee. Cheek by jowl.
You mistress, all of this turmoil is because of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, nor no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray, but my legs longer though, to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink an apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
I go, look how I go, swifter than the arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Oh, man.
I think this is a good time for a short intermission.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
This is thy negligence, still thou mistaken, or else commits thy navarrete's will.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And so far blameless proved my enterprise, that I have anointed in the Athenian eyes. And so far am I glad it so did source, that as the jangling I esteem as force.
Then crush this herb into Lysander's eyes, whose liquor hath this virtue virtuous prosperity, to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When thy next wake all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision, and back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. While I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy, and then I will charm I release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared and fear in town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak now.
One sec. Got him.
Backstage.
Be quiet. Yeah, villain, drawn ready. Where art thou?
I'll be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground. Lysander, come on.
Demetrius.
Lysander, speak again. Thou run away, thou coward. Art thou fled? Speak. In some bush, where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars? Tell the bushes that thou lookest forward for wars and wilt not come. Come, recreate, come, thou child, or whip thee with a rod he is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, which I no manhood hear.
Abide me. If thou darest, for well I know, thou runnest before me shifting every place, and darest not stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Bye, Demetrius, and bye, Puff.
He foes before me and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster did he fly. That follow him and I in dark, uneven way, and here will rest me. Come on, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy gray light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this fight.
Demetrius.
Nay then, thou mockest me. Thou shalt buy his dear, if ever thy face by daylight see. Now, go thy way, faintness. Constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. Raiders approach, look to be visited.
No, you're sleeping.
Oh, okay. Night.
Oh, weary night, oh, long and tedious night, abide thy hours, shine comforts from the east, that I might go back to Athens by daylight. Meet from these that my poor company detest, and sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye. Steal me a while from mine own company.
What is she doing?
We're doing a hell and a double.
Where am I supposed to sleep? Just lay down, lay down.
My cards are mixed up.
Yep, but three, come one more. Two of both kinds make up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, babbled with dew and thorned with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here I rest until the break of day. Heaven shield Lysander if they mean a fret.
On the ground, sleep sound. All apply to your eye, gentle lover's remedy. Wrong one. Who do I put the juice on? That one. I'll apply to your When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known that every man should take his own. And your walking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. Now when thou wakest with thine own fool's eyes,
The man,
right?
the man shall have his mare again,
The man shall have his mare again,
and all shall be well.
and all shall be well.
All right.
No, Miss
No,
Teller.
you're not gonna go.
We should
No,
have
you can't
five.
go up there. What? Yeah, he doesn't want to take off his shirt.
This is Act 4, Scene 1. Oberon secures the page boy from Titania. Then while Nick Bottom and Titania are asleep, did I read this first? Yeah. He puts the antidote on Titania's eyes and Puff removes the donkey bed from Nick. When Nick Bottom, that is. When Titania awakes, she and Oberon reconcile their differences and agree to dance at the Duke's wedding. The Duke, Hermia's father, and the others of the court enter the woods as a hunting party and find the poor lovers asleep. The Duke remembers that this is the day Hermia is supposed to give her answer, so they awaken all four young people, marveling that the two rival young men can sleep so peacefully in the same area. Lysander confesses their plot to escape to his aunts in order to marry. Aegeus seizes upon this information as sufficient evidence to bring down the law on them. However, Demetrius explains that he no longer wants to marry Hermia. He used to be betrothed to Helena, and now he loves her again. Theseus overrules Aegeus' complaint and promises the two couples will be married at the same time as he and Hippolyta. The day's couples have a hard time comprehending all that has happened. Not sure what was real and what seems to be a dream. Nick Bottom awakens quite confused as well and comes up with the idea that Quince must write a ballad based on his strange dreams. All right. Lights, camera, action.
Come sit thee down upon this flowery table, my amiable cheeks do joy, and speak musk roses in my thick sweet head, and kiss thy fair large ears with bold joy. Where's Peace Blossom? Where's Lily? Where's Lily?
Where's Peace Blossom?
Peace Blossom.
They're not back here.
Out back.
Yeah.
Ready?
Stretch my head, Peace Blossom. Where's Mouse here, Cobweb?
Ready?
Mouse here, Cobweb. Good Mouse here. Give me your weapons in hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on top of a thistle. And good Mouse here. Bring me the honey bag. Do not fret yourself too much in the action, Mouse here. And good Mouse here. Have a care the honey bag break not. I would be loath to have you overflowing with a honey bag, senor. Where's Mouse here, mustard seed? Ready. Give me your fist, Mouse here, mustard seed. Pray you leave my court seat. What's your will? Nothing, good Mouse here, but to help the cavalry cobweb to scratch. I must to the barber's, Mouse here, for methinks I am a marvelous hairy about the face. And I am such a tender ass, if my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch. But wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love? I have a reasonable good ear of music. Let's have the tones and moans. Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat. Truly a peck of provender. I can munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Half no fellow. I have a venture scary that may seek the squirrel sword and fetch thee in that. I had rather have a handful or two of dry teeth
But I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will win thee in my arms. Fairies be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine and sweet honeysuckle gently entwist the female ivy. So doth and rings the barky fingers of the owl. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou the sweet sight, her daughters now I did begin to pity. Now I do begin to pity. For meeting her late behind the woods, seeking sweet favors from the stateful fool, I did upbraid and fall out with her, for she is Harry Temple's then had rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers. When I had my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience. I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and sent her fairy to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of the boy. And now I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he awaking when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first I will release the fairy queen, be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? You thought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do love this visage now.
Silence a while, Robin, take off this head. Titania, music call, and strike more dead than common sleep of all these 5 descents.
Music ho, music such as charm and sleep.
Now when thou wakest, but thine own fool's eyes be.
Sound music, come my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are in new amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus's house triumphantly, and bless it to all fair prosperity. There shall be pairs of faithful lovers be, wedded with Theseus all in jollity.
Very king attended mock, I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silent sad, trip we after the night's shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night. That I sleeping here was found with these mortals on the ground.
We will, fair queen, up to the mountain tops and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bathed the bear. With hounds of Sparta never did I hear such gallant chiding, for besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near, seemed all in mutual cry I never heard, so musical a discourse, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred of Spartan kind, with ears that sweep away the morning dew. Slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells, each under each. A cry more tunable was never hollered to, nor cheered with a horn. And create in Sparta, nor in Thisly, judge when you hear, but soft. What knives are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. This Lysander, this Demetrius is. This Helena. Oh, needs ours, Helena. I wonder of their being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent came here in grace our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns.
Huntsman, wait, where's the horn?
Good morrow, friends. Say Valentine is past. Begin with words to couple now. Pardon, my lord. I pray you all stand up. I know you two rival enemies.
And now I do me bethink me, so it is I came with Hermia, hither our intent was to be. Gone frame Athens were we, might without the pearl of the Athens law.
Enough, enough, my lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife and me of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of this, though. Of this, their purpose hither to this wood, and I am fair hither. Follow me. But my good lord, I know not by what power, but by some power it is my love to Hermia, melted the snow, as the snow. It seems to me now as the remembrance of an idle god, which in my childhood I did dote upon, and all the faith, the virtue of my heart. Faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye is only Helena. To her, my lord, I was betrothed ere I saw Hermia, but like in a sickness that I loathe this food. But as in health come to my natural taste, now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will evermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we will more hear none. Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be joined. And for the morning now is something worn, our purpose haunting shall be set aside. Away with us Athens, 3 and 3, we'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
Oh! These things seem undistinguishable.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye when everything seems double.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep. We dream. Do you not think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
Why then? We are awake. Let us follow him. And by the way, let us recount our dreams. Yes, I do.
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My next is most fair pirate. Peter Quince, flute the bells, mender, snout the tinkerer, starveling. God my life, stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream. Past the wit of man to say what a dream it was. Man is but an ass if he goes about to expound this dream. Methought I was. There is no man can tell what. Methought I was and methought I had, but man is but a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, man's hand his man's hand not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom, and I will sing it in the later end of the play. Before the Duke peradventure to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Okay, act for all of the presentations offered for the wedding celebration. The Duke has selected their perform.
Who else was that?
I'm not lying. I know. He thinks it's...
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet?
I doubt he is transported.
Is it not possible? It's your turn. Oh, is it not possible that you do not have any other man in all of Athens fit for Primus but he?
No, he had simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too. He is very primer for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is a God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there is 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If our sport had gone forward, we'd all have been made men.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom, this happy lost 6 pence a day during his life. He could not have scraped 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged, he would have deserved it. 6 pence a day in playing Pyramus or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Let us hear, sweet Bottom. Bottom, almost courageous day, almost happy hour.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what, for if I tell you I am no true Athenian, I will tell you everything right as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word to me. All that I will tell you is the Duke hath done. Get your apparel together. Good strings to your beards. New ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace. Every man look o'er his you got this. Our heart. For the short and the long is our play is preferred. In any case, let this be have clean linen, and let him not that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out of the lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onions or garlic, for we utter sweet breath. And I do not doubt, but to hear them say it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away, go away. Mom.
Act 5. Entertainments and chooses to play Pyramus and Sisyphus. As the troupe performs their play, those in the audience may sigh comments and enjoy the spectacle immensely. The King of Fairies makes an appearance to bless the happy couple. Last comes forward to deliver the epilogue, saying that if we don't like the play, we can tell ourselves that we were only dreaming.
Helena?
Helena, 1.0, 2.0.
Either one could do.
Anna's gone.
I think it's 2.0. Maybe 3. Okay, we got 3.0.
Whoever it is, I'm just going to be in just so I can just be here.
Okay, that's all you do.
Reuben, she loves me.
Well, 'tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true, I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. And as imagination bodies forth, in forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes and gives airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks hath strong imagination, and if it would have apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed to bear?
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy images, but grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here comes the lovers full of joy and mirth.
No wonder.
Don't they interpret? Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us, wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have? To wear away long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime. Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of our torturing hour? Call fellow straight.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what entertainment have you for this evening?
There's a brief. How many sports are ripe? Make choice of which your highness shall see first.
Make choice of which your... The battle of our centaurs, to be sung by Athenian image to the harp. Well, none of that. The three thrice muses mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire, keen and critical, not to the sort of nuptial ceremony, a tedious brief scene of our Pyramus and his love, Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief. What are they that do play it?
Hard-headed men that work in Athens here, which never labored, eyed their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptials.
And we will hear it?
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intents, extremely stretched and coned with cruel pain, to do you service.
I would hear that play, for never anything can be amiss. When simpleness can duty tender it, go bring them in and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness overcharged, and duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
So please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our good will, that you should think we come not to offend, but with our good will, to show our simple still, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come, but in despite we do true intent, is all for your delight. We are not here that you should repent. You, the actors, are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
I'll give the mouse this piece.
Yes.
What was your last line?
That you are like to know.
Okay, Theseus.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
He hath rid his prologue like a colt, he knows not to stop. A good moral, by my lord, it is not enough to speak of, but is true.
Indeed, he hath played on his prologue like a child on a recorder, a sound but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all in disorder. Who is next? Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
When did the lion need to speak? That's where this part comes. There's the lion. When did the lion need to speak?
Oh, grim look night, oh night with tears so black, oh night, alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisbe's promises forgot.
Wait, I'm sorry. Pause. Demetrius, no
Yes.
wonder.
No wonder, if my lord one line may when many asses do.
In the same interlude, if both be full, that I once now by name present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think, that had it in a rainy hole or cheek, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so, and the cranny is right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
But that's not the part. I know, but Oh, grim look night, oh night with hues so black, oh night, alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisbe's promises forgot, and thou a wall of sweet, oh, lovely wall that standeth between her father's ground and mine. Thou wall, a sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink and blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall, just shield thee well for this. But what see I, no Thisbe do I see, O wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for this deceiving me.
The wall methinks be sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, her he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see. It will It will fall pat, as I told you. Yonder she comes.
O woeful afton hast thou heard my moans, for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair not up in thee.
I see his voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe,
My love thou art, my love I think.
think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lamander, I am trusty still.
And I like Helen till fates we kill.
Not still. Show. To procrast I to you. I'll kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall, hold not your lips at all.
Wilt thou and these two lead me straight away?
You make this bride.
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Wall, you're not exiting.
Stay wall.
Wall, stay in.
Walls cannot be.
Wall, stay in the wall.
Thus have I wall my part discharged. Thus have I wall my part discharged. My part being done, the squall doth go away.
This is the moral down between the two neighbors.
Oh, I missed that one. I skipped it, sorry. Oh, Remedy.
My lord.
And walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stiff that ever I heard.
The best is this kind, but are shallows, and the worst are no worse if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts, a man and a lion.
Meow. Meow. You ladies, you whose dental hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that does creep on the floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here. When lions rough and wildest rage doth roar, then know that I am Snug the joiner, a lion fell, and a lion's dam. If I should, lion come in strife into this place to a pity on my life. Meow. Meow.
You should roar.
Aaron. Hey back. Sit.
Lantern.
All that I have to say is to tell you that interrupt me. All that I have to say is to tell you that
You should have worn the horns on his head.
all that I have to say is to tell you that I, the man in the moon, do seem to be.
This passion and the death of dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
All that I have to say is to tell you that I, the man in the moon, do seem to be
This thorn bush, my thorn bush, this dog, my dog, and this lantern, my lantern. Yay. Go to Sienna. Go to Sienna. My skirt broke.
This is Old Lady's tune. Where is my love?
Roar!
Now you better run to scream, run. Well done, Moon. Truly the moon shines with a good grace.
And then came Paramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beam. I thank thee, moon, for shining not so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittery gleams, I trust to take of truth Thisbe sight. Oh stay, oh spite, but mark poor night. What dreadful sorrow is here? Eyes do you see, how can it be? Oh dainty duck, ay dear. That man good was stained with blood. Approach ye furies fell. Oh fates come, cut thread and thrum, quail, crush, conclude, and cue.
This passion of death, dear friend, is here to make man look sad.
Oh my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore nature didst thou lion's frame, since lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame, that lived, that loved, that liked and looked with cheer. Come tears confound, out sword, and wound the pap of Pyramus, that left pap where heart doth hop. Thus die I, thus, now am I dead, now am I fled, my soul is in the sky, tongue lose thy light, moon take thy flight. Now die.
With the help of the surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover.
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, then her passion ends the play.
I don't have any more parts. Oh!
I count myself.
No?
Okay, Lysander, go.
Oh. She has already spied them with those sweet eyes.
Sleep, my love, where dead my dove. O Pyramus, arise, speak quite dumb. Dead a tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone, Lovers make moan, his eyes were green as sleek. O sisters three, come to me, with hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore, since you have shore with shears his bed of silk. Tongue not a word, come trusty sword, come blade and stain my breast with blood. And farewell, friends, thus Thisbe ends. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
I am wall 2.
Moonshine and lion are left to bury the
I am wall 2.
No, you, the wall is down, that parted their fathers, will it please you to see the epilogue, or to hear a dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you, for all play needs no excuse. Never excuse for when the players are all dead. There needs none to be blamed. Marry if he that writ it had played Pyramus and hanged himself in Thisbe garden, it would have been a fine tragedy, and so it is, truly and very naughtily discharged. But let your leave your eclogue alone. The iron tongue in midnight hath told 12. The players stand crowned.
Stay, flavors.
Bye, everyone. I need to see Oberon and Titania.
Which Oberon? What the heck?
Lovers to
You guys are supposed to go. Go, go.
Through the house give gathering light, by the dead and drowsy fire, every elf and fairy sprite, hop as light as birch and briar, and this ditty after me, sing and dance it typically.
First rehearse your song by rote. Each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, we will sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray, to the best bride's bed will we, which by us shall blessed be. And the issue there create ever shall be fortunate, so shall all the couples three ever true and loving be. And the blots of nature's hand not in their issue stand, never mare, nor mole, hair, lip, nor scar, nor mark, prodigious such as are despised in nativity shall upon their children be. With this field do consecrate every fairy, take his gate, and each several chamber bless, through the palace with sweet peace, and the owner of its bless ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles do not reprehend, if we pardon we will mend. Zion non is back, if we have on in luck. Now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the Pacalaya call, so good night unto you all. Take my hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends. Everybody get down here and grab my hand.
Good job. Woo!
I'm gonna burn this. I'm gonna burn this.
No, you keep it.
No.